It's a really happy day today to see patios open, some of the retailers back in business, and now people just have to get vaccinated. And if people keep getting vaccinated, including second dose, we can go to the next stage where more stores can be open with more capacity, indoor dining soon to come, hairdressers, I mean, come on. So people just have to get vaccinated, but it's going to mean that if we stay on this path, people follow the rules, they avoid the crowd scenes, they get vaccinated, we can have a lot more of these very happy days, because people today are happy because it's been a long, dark night and now the sun's coming up. So I hope people stay the course.
There, a couple of quick questions. I mean, in terms of the excitement, it's been a long winter. Obviously, so many different business owners that are so excited. For you, this is probably one of the first times you've been in a customer-based patio in months. What's this like for you to just walk around? It must be surreal.
What's really nice is to see happy people, because, I understood all the way through as we made tough decisions to close things and cancel events, cancel Pride, cancel Caribbean Carnival, cancel, Canada Day, that people weren't happy, and they weren't happy being cooped up. They weren't happy they couldn't go out and get a drink. So people are happier, and now if they just stay the course and get vaccinated, then there's a lot more happiness to come, and it's summer. So, who's not happy in the summer?
Reaction, a couple quick more questions there. Reaction to knowing, in terms of the timeline of vaccines, this isn't what anybody was expecting either. Great news in terms of progress. Almost a couple months early for a lot of different places, including Toronto, obviously. What's your reaction to that? We're basically, it sounds like now, like I'll be able to sign up on Monday. We're basically almost 2 months, it sounds like at this point, ahead of schedule. What's your reaction to that, where we are now?
People have been great, and they've signed up, but as with everything else, you reach a certain plateau. So we're at 70+% and down pretty low on the second doses. So we can't give up. We can't pat ourselves on the back. People have to get out and get those second doses, because that's the complete vaccination. And then it'll allow for these rules to be loosened and a lot more things to open up. So, people have done great. We've gone from the bottom of the list to near the top of the list. Toronto has been fantastic, but now we have to go the rest of the way there. And there's still some distance to go on the second vaccinations.
Last 2 things for you, Mayor. I know in terms of obviously essential, that's now changing. Capacity limits are obviously changing. I know 2 guys walked over to you a couple minutes ago and said, "Hey, look, my hair's so long. My hair is long. Your hair is long." But in terms of, we have heard obviously some barbers, some different salons saying, "Hey, why can't we in this first phase at least consider doing something like the restaurants are doing, where we have like an outdoor space if it's available to them, and maybe set up 1 chair, 2 chairs, 6 feet apart or more, and do something so they can start kind of getting a leg up on what could be happening in 3 weeks."
That is something that maybe could have been considered. It's a bit of a nightmare to have compliance with that, because how do you know who's doing what? But having said that, we're now so close to the point where those people who I feel really sorry for, including the 3 people that take turns cutting my golden locks, I feel so sorry for them, because they haven't worked in months. So now, if we just stay the course, if we get vaccinated, if we follow the rules, we can stay on the right trend, and we will have those places open in a very short period of time. So that's probably the better course to follow than starting down some new path now of having outdoor, hair styling. Let's just get those places open, get people back to work, and get people like you and me a haircut.
Last thing for you, Mayor. I know obviously a lot of people have been talking, this is again a kind of a timeline question, about spectator events and things like that. You think of summer, you think of concerts, you think of sporting events. People are obviously hoping that kind of happens, and we don't know. I know that won't be until stage 3 at the earliest, or even socially distanced. What's that timeline looking like right now to be able to have an outfit, the Wilson Amphitheater, I forgot what it's called now, opened up, even with capacity limits, mask wearing, whatever?
I think you will see, before the summer is out, concerts with crowd limits at the Bud stage. I think you will see sporting events with crowd limits, because the hockey in a way set the precedent, where even just those 500 health workers were allowed in, but it set a precedent. It was done safely. People followed the rules, and I think you'll see a gradual, cautious approach to allowing people to come back to theaters, to concert venues, to sporting events. But again, it counts on people getting vaccinated and staying the course on mask wearing, crowd avoidance, and that kind of thing, and we can get there, and I think we can get there in the summer.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.